I'm Ann Napier.
And I'm Jeff Dobbs, and welcome to the Dining Out Show.
I think you'll find the restaurants on Mount Desert Island are as interesting and as varied as the natural wonders of the area.
Come along with us, and we'll explore them. For elegant dining in a Victorian setting, it's the Central House. It's located on Cottage Street in Bar Harbor, right across from the post office.
Jerry, Kathy, it's good to be back at the old Central House. And speaking of age, tell me a little bit about its history.
98 years old this summer, Jeff. It was built in 1887 by a wealthy gentleman from Baltimore. He called it Briar Field, and this was his private home.
Mm-hmm. Today we have a fine dining restaurant here, two beautiful candlelight dining rooms with fireplaces, large open-air porches, very nice and breezy on hot summer evenings. We have a cocktail lounge out front and also in-town accommodations.
Is someone playing the piano this summer?
Oh, Dave Rice every night.
You haven't changed your menu, have you?
Well, we've changed things just a little bit, but we still have all of our old-time favorites, all homemade here on the premises, using the freshest ingredients every day. We have our smoked fish fettuccine and our Henry IV with tenderloin and artichoke hearts topped with béarnaise sauce. We have our bouillabaisse, which is a Creole version. The French classic is really kind of different. It's just loaded with seafood.
A couple of our new entrees for this summer. We have our twin fillets, which are topped with crab meat and asparagus, and that's smothered with béarnaise sauce. That's a filet Oscar. We have our smoked Cornish game hen, which has a sweet apricot glaze on it. Also, a nice selection of appetizers. We have cold marinated scallops. We have our smoked trout, which is served with a cold curried mayonnaise. Our house pate, which is made right here in the kitchen. And you can also get a nice Caesar salad, which is served with smoked haddock, and that's tossed table side.
What about desserts?
Oh, and desserts, we have a homemade ice cream pie. Mocha chocolate chip has been really popular. We have our Queen of Sheba cake, which is really rich chocolate almond cake. We have our lemon mousse, which is great after seafood. We also have a fresh fruit strudel, like strawberry almond and blueberry walnut.
Yeah, and you can get those desserts and things on the porch or in the dining rooms every night till midnight, and I recommend that highly.
Do you know where you can feed a family of four for under $10 and the most expensive entree is under $6? Well, right here at Napoli Pizza is the place. And Rich and Brenda Crow haven't forgotten you vegetarians either. Brenda, you and Rich have come a long way from takeout pizzas and subs. Now that Napoli has become a full-scale Italian restaurant, has it really changed?
Well, yes, we have changed quite a bit, but in a lot of ways we haven't changed. We still offer the complete takeout line of pizzas, sub sandwiches, calzones, or the individual slice of pizza. We also have salads, chef's salads, antipasto salad, Greek salads, and a house specialty, spinach and mushroom salad. All these things have remained the same.
Well, that's just like the good old days, but what's changed?
Well, what we've done is we've expanded to a 50-seat dining room. We've tried to create a real comfortable Italian cafe atmosphere here for couples or families or whoever is passing through town wants to come in. We have a nice selection of Italian meals from spaghetti all the way down to you name it, we've got it, but we have a nice wine list to go with that too.
Well, if I decide to come in here on a date or want to bring my family, what would you suggest that I try?
You could start off with a carafe of red wine. Then you could pick from our quite extensive spaghetti menu. You could have mushroom sauce or sausages and meatballs.
Lasagna, that's my favorite.
It's homemade, served with garlic bread. We also have eggplant parmesan, which is baked with mozzarella cheese, served with spaghetti.
Our other entrees include veal parmesan, which is a hand-cut veal, which we put our own Italian breadcrumbs on right here in our kitchen, and chicken parmesan.
Do you have a children's menu?
We sure do. We love to accommodate children in any way that we can.
Oh, and by the way, can I get all this to go?
Oh yes, everything we have can be prepared to go.
You can phone ahead or you can walk right in off the street. Pretty much anything you want on the menu can be ready in 10 minutes.
High above Bar Harbor, is the quaint peaked roof Reinhardt Dining Pavilion, nestled against the hillside. Come follow the winding drive and enjoy the warm hospitality, fine food, and a sweeping view over the bay. Hostess Dottie Bloomquist awaits you with a smile to lead you to a comfortable seat in the dining area. Thank you very much, Dottie. Designed and constructed 17 years ago, the restaurant was named after the mystery writer Mary Roberts Reinhardt, whose summer estate burned in the Great Fire of 1947. Candles and flowers adorn the tables, and the high arched ceiling shelters a beautiful copper and aluminum chandelier with 2 tiers of sparkling lights. In the kitchen, host and owner Monk Bloomquist busily prepares fresh bread, homemade soups and chowders, and delightful entrees, including crab meat a la Monk, an enticing combination of fresh native crab meat with a delicate cheese sauce and mushroom garni. With over 20 years of experience, Monk's all homemade sauces and dressings enhance the carefully selected fresh native seafoods and choice lean cuts of beef. The menu includes an extensive selection of seafood, lobster, salmon, scallops, sole, shrimp, and clams, plus chicken, ham, and roast prime ribs, the chef's special. The cold shellfish platter is a taste and sight delight, a tempting array of lobster, shrimp, and crab with a zesty cocktail sauce. But no matter how tempting, don't let your dinner distract you from the view. The glass-paneled dining area looks over the colorful lights of Bar Harbor far below, and the Porcupine Islands dotting Frenchman's Bay. The view is definitely magnificent day or night, and the Reinhardt Dining Pavilion is open for both breakfast and dinner. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10:30 a.m. and includes a rich lobster omelet and delicious blueberry pancakes with Monk's own blueberry sauce made with sweet Maine blueberries. Dinner is served from 5:30 to 9 with open seating, and the cocktail lounge is open till closing. Be sure you don't leave the island without trying Monk and Dottie Bloomquist hospitality and fine food at the Reinhardt Dining Pavilion at the Wonderview Motor Lodge, where the only thing better than the food is the view.
We're on our way now out of Bar Harbor toward Otter Creek, where we're going to the Blackwoods restaurant, and we'll be talking with Mike D'Angelo, the owner. Mike, it's a good thing that Blackwoods restaurant sign was out. I almost missed the turnoff coming in. You look so different this year.
Well, we are different, Ann. What we did this year is we added on a brand new dining room that seats 20 more people. We added on this beautiful new deck, 52-foot deck that seats 40 people, and a new takeout area where customers can come up to the window, pick their own lobsters, their own steamers, and we'll cook it for them right in front of their eyes. I'm very happy with the way it looks this year.
With all the remodeling, Mike, did you have time to change your menu too?
Yes, we have, Ann. We've changed it quite extensively. We've added a big stuffed sole dish this year, which is just delicious. We've added chicken teriyaki. We have what we call the Crick Special, which is fresh Maine scallops, shrimp and crab meat, sauteed in garlic butter, served over a bed of fettuccine with a nice cheese sauce on top. We've also done a little bit with our lobster entrees. We have 4 or 5 different combinations where a customer or a tourist may get lobster steamers and corn or chowder or any variations. We also offer free instructions on how to eat the lobster, but not the baked potato. You're on your own.
You had some awfully good storytellers on your staff last year, and you're pretty famous for your local color. You've got some interesting characters around. Got anybody back this year?
Oh, yes, we do, and we have about 90% of my crew back. We have some nice storytellers. I think the most famous one in Otter Creek, Maine is Austin Walls, and he happens to be right here beside me right now.
Hi, Austin.
Hello, Joe.
How you doing this year?
I'm doing better than I think I am.
How'd you spend your winter?
Oh, I
Carved a bunch of birds?
yes, had birds and go fishing and lobster fishing and digging clams and
So it sounds like
busy to be.
you were busy this winter.
Oh, I was too busy. Too busy. I made more money than I can spend.
Austin, how's the food and drink here?
Oh, it's the best I've had. Yes, the best we got in the creek.
Don't touch that dial. There's more good eating to come. Now dining out is going to visit Jim Brown at the Jordan Pond House. Jordan Pond House is the only restaurant located in Acadia National Park. What a wonderful day for tea and poppers on Jordan Pond's lawn today, Jim.
Well, at least it's finally warm enough to have tea outside and not too windy today.
You opened early this year, Jim.
Yes, we opened Memorial Day weekend, which is about 3 weeks earlier than normal.
And you're still serving your tea with 2 pots.
Oh yes, very little has changed that way.
This is the third year since the fire?
Yeah, third year. We have, fortunately this year, a lot of returning employees. We have like over 50 back this year.
That makes it fun. Makes it also a lot easier for training
Much easier.
in the Jordan Pond style.
That's right. No rocks on the trays this year.
That's a long hike from the pond to carry the rocks, trays full of rocks up here. It's really clear today. I can see bubble rock, leaning rock. What's it called?
Balancing
rock.
There's lots of names for it.
Tilted on the edge of the mountain up there.
You can't beat the scenery out there. That's
It's
for sure.
wonderful. I'm going to have my popover.
Popover with butter and strawberry preserves. And strawberry
Same
ice cream.
recipe?
Same recipe for probably 100 years, something like that.
Jordan Pond House started when it used to be just an old farmhouse, and people used to come by on their way hiking through the park and
That's correct.
and drop in for tea, and it sort of developed then into the restaurant.
Yeah, they just started serving meals because so many people came here. Then in the 1890s, Mr. McIntyre bought it and opened a tea house here. And here we still are. And after the fire, they rebuilt it.
And you've got homemade ice cream. And here come hikers, ready for tea and popovers too.
Right, well, this is the central point on the island for hiking trails and for carriage roads.
And it's the only restaurant in the park, isn't it?
That's correct. It's here way before the park.
There are many scenic drives on Mount Desert Island. Several of these drives, through mountains or along the ocean, can take you to the Mast and Rudder restaurant in Northeast Harbor. I'll be talking with Norbert and Carol Henkel, the new managers of the Mast and Rudder. Carol and Norbert, you certainly have a beautiful setting for the Mast and Rudder restaurant.
Yes, and it sure is.
Well, besides the lovely drive to get here where you overlook the harbor, and I see lots of boats going in and out today. You always have lots of boats in?
Oh, always. Beautiful, beautiful harbor for sailing.
And for watching while you're dining.
It certainly is.
Norbert, you're new to the Mast and Rudder, but you're not new to the business of food and its preparation and service, I understand.
I spent 3 years in hotel school in Germany, majored in culinary arts.
So you not only came out with skills, but lots of little titles to add to your name?
Well, yes, since then I've worked as chef de partie, chef rôtissier, chef saucier in different hotels.
Where was that?
In
special
Bermuda,
places?
Princess Hotel in Bermuda, in Grand Cayman, Holiday Inn in Grand Cayman.
A bit further south.
Yeah, yeah.
And Carol, you're also experienced in the restaurant business.
I started in Bermuda about 8 years ago, and at the Mast and Rudder, I am the front person, the people person, and manage the front, and Norbert is the food person, which makes sure that food is gourmet all the way.
Gourmet all the way?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we do specialize in gourmet seafood, and we have different dishes from blue point oysters to cherrystone clams, or to angels on a horseback, which is a new dish for us, coquille Saint-Jacques, shrimp scampi, and other nice items.
Angels on horseback.
Yes, there's oysters wrapped in bacon and broiled in a spicy butter.
And I understand you've recently been recognized by the Gourmet Society of America.
Yes, we just received the Silver Spoon Award.
And we're very excited about it.
And now, we're going to take a ride to the quiet side of the island and visit Joe Saunders at the Galley West restaurant, located on the waterfront in Southwest Harbor.
Joe, you've been in the restaurant business for years and years here in the Mount Desert Island area. What makes a person or a family get in their car and drive 30 or 40 miles just to come to Galley West?
You're never really completely sure why the people come unless they tell you straight out. I like to think it's because they know that the food here will be consistent, it will be good, they can afford it. They can bring along their children and find things for them to eat, from sandwiches to pizza, spaghetti, meatballs, burgers and fries, the type of things kids like.
What do you have for grown-ups?
For grown-ups, we have any number of seafood dishes, steaks, casserole dishes of different types, which seem to be very popular, which we prepare here totally.
And as we sit here, we can look out the window and see one of the major assets here at the Galley West. And
it's a definite plus for us. People enjoy it very much. I think people do travel here to look upon the harbor. It's a busy working harbor, and even the people who live here seem to enjoy coming in and watching what's going on out there.
it gives them a whole new perspective when they come here.
Yeah, I think it's something that they don't usually pay that much attention to.
What are your favorite dishes on the menu?
I like very much our baked stuffed shrimp. One of the few meat dishes that I eat are our steak teriyaki. I like broiled fish that we have. We broil a haddock, we broil a halibut, and we broil scallops. They're very good. I try to stay away from our delicious homemade desserts as much as I can.
Mount Desert Island's newest restaurant, the Clark Point Cafe, is located downtown Southwest Harbor, where Vance and Carol O'Donnell will be offering yet another choice in dining.
Vance, Carol, what are some of the new things that we can find on the menu here at the Clark Point Cafe?
Well, we've got a number of entrees we're rather excited about. The first one that's our favorite so far is our lobster thermidor, which our chef David takes and first steams a lobster and then shells it, takes the meat, sautés, adds his sauce, puts it all back into the oven, and bakes it. It really comes out very nice, very pretty dish. We're also having fun doing a variation on veal Oscar.
I was reading that on your menu. I thought it was a misprint. It said other Oscar or something?
We call it almost Oscar.
Almost Oscar.
Almost
that's
Oscar, right. And we take the veal Oscar dish and substitute a chicken breast for it, which we really feel is a nice item. We're also having fun with our scampi dishes. We take a traditional shrimp scampi, and you may substitute scallops or a combination of shrimp and scallops. That's been a favorite so far.
Do you have anything in the veal department?
Well, we're purchasing veal by the whole leg, and our chef bones it out into medallions for us, which really
You won't be cooking that out here in the fireplace, will you?
No, we won't be. But the quality is certainly there. We think it's going to be the best north of Boston.
Carol, do you have any favorites on the menu?
Well, one of my favorite dishes on the menu is our salmon fettuccine, which is made from fresh poached salmon, which is sautéed with diced tomatoes and ripe olives and a light mustard curry sauce, and then tossed with the fettuccine. On our luncheon menu, we have a pasta salad, which features a blend of pasta, marinated vegetables, and a zesty dressing, and then topped with feta cheese.
I'd also like to mention our swordfish, which is garnished with walnuts. We've got a very nice wine list that consists of domestic and wines from Europe that we'll be offering some of them by the glass and all of them by the bottle. We also won't cringe when we see children. Children are more than welcome. We have a children's section on our menu. We'll be open for 3 meals a day all summer, and we'd like to invite everyone to come in and join us.
Thank you for joining us today on the Dining Out Show. I hope you'll join us again when we visit more restaurants on Mount Desert Island.
This is Ann Napier,
And I'm Jeff Dobbs.
hoping that your every meal is a delight.
Relax and enjoy sightseeing through Acadia National Park on the new Bar Harbor Trolley. Let professional narrators guide you through the park's spectacular scenery and history. For passenger comfort, extended stops are made at Cadillac Mountain, Thunder Hole, and Sur de Mont Spring. Experience the sights and sounds in full stereo on the Bar Harbor Trolley, an unforgettable tour. Daily departures at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Sunset tours available. Ticket office, Life Sports Shop, 27 Main Street, Bar Harbor.
How about a little play in your day? Main Rack and Fitness Club has new, modern, state-of-the-art facilities, whatever your game. Located on the scenic Bar Harbor Road, just minutes from Ellsworth and Mount Desert Island, we've got 3 Calgrass tennis courts, 4 racquetball courts, aerobics rooms, L-shaped pool, fully staffed Nautilus Center, tanning beds, hairstylists, jacuzzis, and much, much more. We offer daily, weekly, and monthly rates and are open 7 days a week with a fully trained staff to help you. So come put a little play in your day at the Main Rack and Fitness Club.
Acadia National Park. Wow, this is the most beautiful place I've ever photographed. I wish I could see these pictures I took today.
You can! Just take it down to First Exposure, 156 Main Street in Bar Harbor, where you can have your 126, 110, or 35mm color print film printed in just 60 minutes. Just drop your film off and 1 hour later, come pick it up.
That's amazing!
And sir,
yes?
Don't forget First Exposure's huge camera department.